I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Don't get nervous. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Joker.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. 61 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 17, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Grant. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Like 15. Like over. He's tired of me. Up.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And an alley to run. gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got it.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over the first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On second down, it's Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Grant on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Play action. Now Jackson. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down now, it's Grant. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson, flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 48. Mike 48.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Let's go. Big series right.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
15. Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Switch.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me.
And he can't get rid of it. it. He's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. On first down, Grant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This time Jackson will throw it. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. He may try and run for this. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd and 9 now. And an out. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And good field. Position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
Check 99. Check your hot read. Kill.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They will run with Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
They go back to Grant. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, it's Grant, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Corey Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And Sanders has got it complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
First down, Steelers.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jalen Ferguson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
They snap it to Tannehill, and he finds McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. On first down, it's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. One last throw here for Tannehill. Steps away to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.